Got it.
So, good afternoon, dear guests. Welcome to our 8th webinar on vertical farming as part of the Echoing Plus project. Through this project, we aim to empower young individuals to embark on a journey that revolves around essential and interconnected topics on vertical farming and entrepreneurship, including topics on sustainability, climate change, ensuring food security, and adopting smart farming practices. Echoing Plus is a 2-year project that involves organizations from 6 countries: France, Austria, Greece, Turkey, the Netherlands, and Portugal. You can learn more about the project through our website, and I will paste a link of our website in the comments in a bit. Well, today we have the privilege of welcoming a distinguished leader in agricultural research, Dr. Kashif Riaz. With over 15 years of extensive expertise in various fields of agriculture and innovation, Dr. Riaz is at the forefront of pioneering advancements in the field. His journey spans across the globe, where he's acquired a wealth of knowledge from some of the world's top universities and agricultural research centers in France, Switzerland, Pakistan, Canada, and the United States. His academic journey includes a master in plant cell and molecular biology from the University of Strasbourg and a PhD in biology from the University of Paris. Beyond his academic achievement, Dr. Riaz's impressive portfolio covers a wide spectrum of expertise from agri-process transformation to plant health ecoservices. He has actively contributed to academia, industry, and public partnership programs, and has been an influential figure in shaping policy and vision documents for governments. So, without further ado, let's welcome Dr. Kashif Riaz to share his insights and knowledge. Dr. Riaz, the floor is yours.
So we always have like problems, and we always try to overcome those problems and challenges, and by overcoming those challenges, we create new opportunities. So just to summarize them, like what kind of challenges that we face right now, or any of the controlled environment agriculture farm can face, is like optimization of their decision support system. The systems that are available currently in the greenhouses, they are not meant to serve the vertical high density farms. So if you have a look at the industry available in your local areas, they will have the sensors that you cannot use in the controlled environment agriculture, because the notion of management is not the same. Here in controlled environment agriculture, high density vertical farms, you need to manage your plants day by day. But in the greenhouses, you can, have a buffer of a couple of days. So in controlled environment agriculture, you need more precise sensors. And just because of this high density, you don't have enough geometrical space to use them in your environment. And the second thing is like workflows, and this, like how you work in your farm. Like you need to provide the plants the more adequate environment, and you do not necessarily want to have interruptions. So it means that you need to automate your processes more and more. You figure out your process and you try to automate your processes. And when you do so, you need to involve more technological teams, and it means that it becomes more expensive in the short term. So it means that in order to innovate within your vertical farm, you need some capital investment. So that's why the second main problem, the second main issue is that still it stays capital intensive. And secondly, you have to develop disease and insect models for their integrated management, because technically, if you see how it grows in most of the countries, there are no pesticides or biopesticides which you can use. So technically, the idea is like when you build a farm, somehow you have to think that there will be no problems, there will be no disease, because ideally we are contained, we in a controlled environment, and nothing can enter into it and nothing can go out without our permission. But in fact, it does not happen like this. So you will always have the insects and diseases, but currently you need to innovate in developing the biopesticides or disease management tools like antibiotic therapies, or more advanced forms of pest management. So you need to do some modeling within your space according to your geometry and according to your plantation method, and develop disease and insect management models so that you can just stay within the temperature and environmental conditions that are more suitable for the plants. So currently, as you can see, that this is just like in evolution. For the process is in evolution, and it just started like 3 or 4 years back. So currently we need to develop appropriate courses for the education of the students, technical staff, degree courses, and more training programs, so that you can have a skilled worker available not only at the farm level for routine uh, management practices, but also at the grower and supervisor and technician level. And so this is like the challenges and the opportunities that we target currently here in our farm. And I can see that more or less these are the problems which are common to whatever kind of controlled environment farm you have. Either it would be like a simple and easy leafy green farm, or a complex and more difficult to operate farm that we have in terms of strawberry production, which is like a flowering plant. So I hope I will stop here. I think I would have explained what I wanted to say, and I will stop here. And I will see, if I can answer to your questions, if people are still listening to me, because
Yes, yes, we are.
like I am just like, it feels that I'm talking to myself.
No, we're listening. Okay, thank you for your insightful presentation. Yeah, there's a comment in the texting section. So they're here. Okay, do you have any questions? That was towards the participants.
Yes, I have several questions about this presentation.
Yeah.
So, okay, first of all, I would like to thank you so much, Dr. Kashif Riaz, for such an amazing presentation about the plant intelligence and such vertical farming. I think this is the new sustainable approach for the zero hunger, and United Nations one of its goal. But I'm thinking about that if we are we need to start such type of farming, vertical farming or control farming. So what do you think that about the any cost benefit ratio of this farming? Because I think it need you said that it need a capital investment. So can you please share the cost benefit ratio of this farming?
Yes. So the thing is, the answer can be very tricky, because you need it, like, as you know, in agriculture we say that each farm is unique. So even if we start implementing the same farm from one area to another, this cost benefit ratio will not follow the trend. So a farm which is like very beneficial here in Quebec might be like very catastrophic in terms of like cost benefit ratio in another part of the world. Why? Because you need to study the local resources. So you need to develop uh, your farming solution according to local conditions. As I explained, one of my objectives to work here in Quebec was that I personally believe due to the climate stress, we have only like 5 to 6 months of summer. So there is a stress for innovation. And at the same time, the electricity, which is the core component of the vertical farming, is cheap here as compared to United States. So you have to analyze the cost not only for installing a farm, but each of its components. Like as I explained, there are 5 main components. One is HVAC, which is the most expensive, heat, ventilation, air conditioning. You have to optimize it according to the plant species that you are growing. Like strawberries, they require cold and humid conditions, which are very energy consuming. It's not easy for any equipment to provide such conditions. You can provide cold and dry conditions at less uh, energy consumption, but for cold and humid, you need to spend more energy. The machine has to be very sophisticated. So depending upon the area where you are, you have to choose your equipment, you have to choose your crop model, and then you need to develop a business case that fits into your area according to the market requirement. So if you made a mistake in some kind of a calculations, or the prices of input materials or electricity goes out, as it currently we are having this phenomenon of increasing and very variability in prices, so the cost benefit ratio can be disturbed. So there is no hard and fast rule for following this cost benefit ratio for vertical farms as compared to the normal farming in.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, and we have another question in the comments. If you could name 2 plant species that should be in every vertical garden because of their adaptability, what plants would you name them?
So like it depends where you are and for what reason you are producing. But if I would from a consumer perspective, I would say like at least you should have 10 to 12 plants, so that you can feed yourself. But if the purpose is to like from a business perspective, you are growing a farm, then you need to have to do a markets analysis and try to find out what resources are available for you. For example, I give you a small example from strawberry industry. We need to buy tray plants or stolons or a propagation unit. So if you do not have the suitable variety available in your area, not only at the time you need it, but in the volume you need it. As I explained to you, we are producing like 1 million kilogram of strawberries. So we need 500,000 plants every year. It could be twice or less, but I have to see whether in my area someone is there to provide me these plants. Otherwise, I will have to produce and myself, and then I have another business case. So it really depends on. But if you ask me from technological perspective, what is less expensive? It is leafy greens and salads. These are less expensive.
And maybe they're not so they don't require so much.
Yes. So there are
Mhm.
so there are climate and environmental factors in which you grow these plants. They are not energy-wars. They do not eat a lot of energy. So in terms of lighting, you will be like using lights which are like 60-watt lights compared to what we have, like we are like 300-watt lights. So, and the same is in terms of HVAC. As I explained, we need to have like cold and humid conditions, but in salad you have like warmer optimal ambient conditions, 25 degrees Celsius during the day and 16, 17, 18 at night. But in strawberries, we need to have like 18 degrees Celsius in the day and sometimes 12, 10, 13 at night. And night very humid. So how you can have a room in which you have 10 degrees Celsius and 80 or 90% of relative humidity? So, and then the sensors that you would use, like if you want to use cameras to observe the plant growth, or if you want to use sensors, how would they work in those conditions? And then depending upon your site where you have this farm, if the farm is like in a remote area, you don't have internet, so then you have to develop your communication or IT facilities according to what you have, because these controlled environment agriculture farms, the objective is to have far more automation and operate machines more as compared to using humans for the operation. So all your IT facility, the infrastructure, the equipment, the components that you use change depending upon where you are and what type of plants you are growing and what type of crop production model you are using. So like, and then what equipment you have, you are using, where, what are the technological advancement level of those companies, because you depend upon sensors and you depend upon data. So data would be coming from different sensors in different formats. You need to import your data, upload your data, store your data, and then you would start analyzing, through machine learning or whatever artificial intelligence algorithms you develop. But it's a interoperability of the systems and the equipment that you will install is a hell of a job to select what is good for you. So in a nutshell, we can say that the technology will exist, but how we need to adopt it depending upon where we are and what resources, capital resources we have. So that's why each controlled environment agriculture farm, depending upon the local area, becomes unique. You cannot copy paste. And then same is true for the human resource. So the people, if I need 10 people to work in my farm, they were never educated or trained to work in a vertical farm. So I need to incorporate a training program for my workers so that they stay with me. And if they like, they stay. And if they go away, I need. So the human resource is also, is lacking.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You answered the question. Now, like if the participants have other questions, maybe we can have one.
Oh, I don't see the participants, so like they don't have camera or what? So where are they, like?
Well, they're with stopped cameras. Maybe some of them don't want to show their faces. I don't know. Okay, we have one.
Yeah. So because then it becomes easy, So I can present you Christine. She is like research assistant, and she is doing research with plants in our lab.
Hello, Christine.
Hi.
So she speaks French.
Okay.
So if you have some time, I can give you a small like tour.
Yeah, of course, it would be fun.
How does it look like? I don't know if this internet stays stable, but I can give you a small look. So you can see this, like we have a greenhouse building, and inside the building we have this farm area. So this is like a production room. And
Okay.
this is the greenhouse.
Mm.
And then
Nice.
the plants are being transported from the quarantine area into the greenhouses. So this is the irrigation system. You can see all this is
Yes.
an irrigation system. This is an HVAC system. You can see on the top all these big ducts. This is the irrigation system. And then there is a lot of noise. So here is the control room. Or because everything is automatic, you can see the farm. So one of the advantage of controlled environment agriculture that chief grower is relaxed, but advisor is working all the time, and the machines are working all the time. I was just joking. He is in pause, So you
Yes,
saw a
yes.
little bit how the farm it works. So this was one room, but we have 8 rooms like this. So if you go from here,
Don't go far. Your internet is not working.
it condenses into these
Yes, do you
big
hear us?
barrels, so we can recycle more than 90% of our water. And from here, you can see that there are rooms on either side. A lot of people and a lot of machine construction going on. And this is another room. Another room. Another chief operating officer. So you can see it's a big.
Yes, yes.
It requires a big infrastructure and the big teams. Like these are the farm workers. They are changing their shifts. They are going from one room to other. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation and you enjoyed the tour and the visit. So they are different technologies, we test for research purpose. This was the machine that I showed you. This was a big machine for high density. So the plants, they are moving. The machine stays at one place. The plants are moving. They go up and down. I think it was good. The presentation is good. For you?
Yes, yes. We're really thankful for your insightful presentation and for your time that you gave us today.
Yes,
I
thank
think-
you very much.
So you have my email. So if you have, we can discuss anytime.
Sorry, your internet stopped for a bit. What did you say? Sorry.
I said that you have my email. So if you have questions, you can write to me, and I will be more than happy to answer.
That's perfect. And is it possible that you share the presentation with the people who were present today, or
I will send to you like in the evening, and then you can share with them. I will make a PDF.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your presentation, and I hope that we see each other in
Bye
another
bye. Bye bye.
webinar.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao, bello.